The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of our Mage, the Ascension game, the Magic City Memoirs. I'm the Reverend Sarkhan. I'll be your storyteller this evening. And before we get into our recap, let my amazing cast introduce themselves and their characters.
Hey, everybody. I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Sylvia Carson Abbott, a Hollow One Gaunt.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Evie Eternal, and I will be playing Eden Whitlock, the Verbena Witch.
Hey everybody, I'm Antero, and I will be playing Jack Turner of the Society of Ether.
And rounding out this amazing cast, we have me, Maddox. Hi, I'm playing Jude Allen Astor, designated Virtual Adept.
Excellent. And last episode, it was a little bit of a good time mixed with a little bit of a bad time as we got to meet everybody's avatars. Some are more enjoyable than others. We had a ancestor spirit come forward. We got to see a Shakespearean errant knight. We got to see a playful representation of a Tamagotchi. And then we got the harrowing primordial beast that is Eden's. But we also got to hear that everybody was given the same kind of stimulus, the sound of billiard balls clacking, the smell of a cigar. Some were given extra visuals or sounds, like we got to see the image of Julian Renault again. We got to hear the sound of dominoes clacking together. We got to see a snake being eaten by an alligator, and we got to enjoy a little bit of what it is to be a squire to an avatar that is a knight like Don Quixote. They met up at Starlight Diner where they exchanged information, and then they ran around looking for a billiard place. And they ended up at Peg's Pocket, where they got to see a couple of gentlemen talking in Spanish about the pain in the ass that was the middleman that was in charge of their project. And they found out it was Benjamin Werner, who was on the phone list from Julian Renault's little text message group. So it is the next day, and we will be starting with Jude. You wake up. It is before you have to go to work, and there is a text message from David. Now, is he listed as David on your phone, or is he Gator?
It's Gator first in quotes, and then his real name afterwards.
Okay. It just says, sent you something. Check it out. Don't click the link. And then a wiki face comes through.
Jude will type out and then send back an ellipsis and then see what the fuck he just got sent.
And there is an email. It looks like a string of emails. And there are a couple of links, but you notice that they go from typical phishing links and, you know, Saudi princes and Ethiopian drug lords to harassment. Somebody just doxing a bunch of his information.
First, I'll message back to him. Shit, man. Let me see what I can do. And
he sends you a GIF of Tom Hanks holding up his hand between the T and the Hanks. So it just says thanks.
And he gets back very miffed of the loop of the blinking white guy in response.
I love it.
And Jude will then crack his knuckles and probably just get on a laptop and try to check out what the fuck is going on with all this and try and trace it back and see who the fuck is threatening his friend.
Sure. Let's have you make an intelligence and computers roll.
Certainly.
That's what you're built for, right?
And I reach for physical dice because I keep forgetting that I'm in Foundry. Okay.
Yeah, boy. And your hacking specialty will count for this.
Okay.
Also, remember that you guys, since we're picking up the next day, you guys all get a willpower point back in case you used it. I am
and you said
benevolent after all.
Computers, sorry?
Intelligence computers, yes.
And then standard difficulty, I'm assuming? Sweet.
Yep.
5 successes.
5 successes. Very nice.
Wow, 2 of which are 10s. Goddamn.
There's a few angles that you take, and you'll see that all of them are bounced around. Whoever did this is very good at covering their tracks, but everything leads to one email in particular from yahoo.com. It is 6 capital F 0 capital R 0 1 capital V and then the number 9.
Huh. I will fully admit the player's brain is a bit cooked today. So
Sure.
is there some obvious significance that I would be gleaning from that naturally if I had a functioning thought process at the moment?
I mean, the 6 and 9 make it feel very juvenile. It's almost like having a small x, capital X at the front of the name, and then a capital X, small x at the end of the name.
That is true. It's a bit on the edgy side.
Very nighty, very edgelord. Very I play mind's eye theater at the university.
Called out for some reason in real life.
It's all right. There's a big LARP community here in Florida, just so you're aware.
It's funky. Is there any way, I don't even know if this is possible on a computer level, but I have to ask,
Sure.
Is there any way I could potentially find an IP address for that account's owner?
You go looking, given that you got the 5 successes already, and you don't really find an IP address, but you do find a sequence of numbers attached to the email. It's 25.4769 and 80.4728.
She's actually going to write those down on a piece of paper specifically. Just keep that in his pocket for right now, as well as keep track of it, the emails and all that stuff, and then do my best to set up better security and like protections for Gator's shit. Because that's kind of annoying if he's going to keep dealing with that crap.
Yeah. And you will see as you highlight some of the message that there is a white text on the white background, and it reads, I see you 247 ASTOR.
Write that down as well.
Mhm.
And he clearly debates for a second about sending something back,
Okay.
but then decides to just set up the better protections and deal with it at another time. He's probably got to get to the computer repair shop at this point.
Yeah. And as you are heading out, we will see in a different vehicle, Jack heading to the Doral branch of Jackson Memorial Hospital to pick up Jeb. You are not his emergency contact, but he definitely reached out to you, knowing that you have most of your days free to come pick him up from the hospital.
That's fair.
Yeah, he has his arm in a sling. But what else does he look like, though?
Oh, Jeb's a good old Southern boy. He dresses he dresses a bit, I'll say eclectically, but mostly it's just whatever he can, whatever's within arm's reach when he gets out of bed. Today he's wearing a pink Ranger t-shirt, probably from the previous day, and it's all pink. It's got a red collar, and it says "I'm too pretty to work" on it. He also has jean shorts, and he probably still has his waders on from because those are the only shoes he had.
Yep.
When which I can only assume he was at work when this accident happened.
Yep. So. He told you that he'd give you the full details once you picked him up. But needless to say, he was caught unawares.
Oh.
And he does tell, and when you pick him up, he's like, I thought I had a good beat on the situation, and I didn't. That's on me. That's on me. But I got this cast, and I got a lovely nurse's phone number. Did he really get that phone number?
No.
Or is he putting on airs for you?
He has a girlfriend. Oh, he has a girlfriend, so he did not get that phone number. But
okay, he's got to look good in front of his friend, though, right?
Absolutely. The Jack puts no stock in any of that, so
none whatsoever.
He humors his buddy. So, look, man, I don't think I can ever go out in the Everglades again, because if something got you, I'm dead.
Oh, it's all right. I wasn't paying attention. I had my eyes on the prize. I saw this beautiful, about 8-foot long python.
Ooh.
And they don't belong there. There's other places for them. But it must have been some kid who just had a hard on for getting a pet snake and then just let him go, because they are difficult to take care of. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I've warned you not to get a snake, because the one in your pants is long enough. And he just kind of like smacks the dashboard. Can't really clap with one hand, but you know what I'm saying. I was getting this python, and I was creeping up on it, and it was slithering away, and this big old gator just got me by surprise.
Oh,
yeah. Wait. It didn't bite me or anything. It just hit me with its tail. Like, man, if I could imagine what Babe Ruth hitting me felt like, that would have been it.
Gators don't usually attack humans, not unless they're provoked.
That's right. And I sure as fuck didn't provoke him. I'll tell you what.
No, you're smarter than that.
I don't want to assume the gator's gender.
No. So they did a whole Jurassic Park thing. Clever girl.
Yeah. Yeah, big old. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was only one of them. It wasn't like I don't think the snake was in cahoots with the gator or anything, but you know,
Are you sure?
uh,
Yeah, you're
you
not
know,
sure. We can't rule that out.
I'm 99% sure
Yeah.
that they were not teamed up against just me.
Against all of us, then we're all in danger.
I don't listen. If there was a dinosaur in the Everglades, yeah, I'd warn you to hunker down. Maybe get something together, get the band together, and you know, find a different city to kind of strike out on.
Oh, you telling us to board up the Denny's?
No.
Oh, okay. Not apocalypse level. Just stay out of the swamp.
Yeah, just listen. And you don't go into the Everglades, and that's smart of you. Most people they want to go out there, they want to take selfies with these gators, and they're not equipped for it.
No. That's how we get rid of influencers.
Man, if only.
Hey, did I tell you our show's changed? Because I wanted to tell you that. I probably forgot.
What do you mean your show's changed?
Yeah, we got cut down a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe Slim doesn't like me. Thinks I talk too much.
You know, fuck that guy. What does he know about music?
Shit.
That guy loves his EDM and his techno and all that tiki music.
Damn. It ain't music.
No, man, it's just fucking noise.
Nope.
It's some guy in a synthesizer just fucking going to town with chopsticks on the keys. That's all it is.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I still got Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay. Well, you know I'll be there.
But just to warn you, the other nights, those shows we lost, it's those Edgar Allan Poe people.
Oh my God, Molly. Jesus Christ, you can't hear Molly sing.
No, I think that's part of the
every
appeal.
show is a fucking whistle. It's a fucking secret.
Hey, they love her.
I don't understand.
Me neither. But you know what? Look, they're doing well. They can play. I got nothing but respect for hardworking musicians.
I mean, I appreciate that about you. You know, you're a better man than me, because I would have thrown a fit. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he told me he didn't like your name. Reminds you of some old governor.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That guy needs to eat a sandwich. This guy's like fucking $1.05 wet.
Ooh, knuckle sandwich?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to ruin your job. Like I know not to shit where you or someone else eats.
That's good. That's good standards.
Good advice. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming by and picking me up. I know,
of course.
You know, it's one of those things where I don't like asking for favors, but
no, it's not a favor. Think nothing of it.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. I got to go build a pool table.
What?
Yeah.
Like a pool table, like with the sticks and the balls?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
There's a joke there.
Jeb, how do you have a girlfriend?
You know, I like to think that girls like to laugh, and
they do. You tickle her fancy. You tickle your fancy.
I tickle something. Tell you what. But there's a secret to life, man. You make a girl laugh, she's yours.
Absolutely.
100%. And now, when I tell her I got attacked by an alligator, woo,
wait, have you told her yet or no?
No.
Oh, you're dead. I'm sorry.
No.
It was really nice knowing you.
Listen, they told me that they were just keeping me overnight to make sure that I was okay. You know, it's a couple of broken ribs, the broken arm. I wasn't bitten. I made it out alive. You know, like I actually made it out to my car to call for help. You know.
Okay. So like, So for the purposes of an experiment, look at your phone and tell me how many missed calls and texts you have.
Oh, I'm not looking at that. That's dangerous. If I don't know that she called or texted, I'm safe. I saw that in Independence Day. It's called plausible deniability.
Right. And they also hacked an alien spaceship with a Mac.
That's fucking right. That shows you just how powerful the MacBook is.
I won't tell Jude that. But anyways.
Yeah.
Look, here you are. I wish you the best of luck with your girl. You might, if you need me to pick you back up from the hospital, I'm happy to do so.
No, I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, she makes me sleep on the couch, and I can just groan a little bit and say how much my arm hurts, and maybe weasel my way back into the bedroom.
Damn. All right, man. And I clap him on the good shoulder.
You take care of yourself.
Yeah. And I play his theme song, which is Freebird, as he walks back to the house.
Perfect. And with his good hand, he throws up the horns.
Mm-hmm.
And as his door closes, we'll see a door open, and Isaac is walking into Panther Coffee. Sylvia, who is Isaac, and why does he come to the Panther store?
Okay, this is Isaac Cortez. He is one of the regulars at Panther Coffee. He comes in the morning after he's done at his shift. He works security over at Doctor's Hospital, which is right down the street.
Yeah.
He's about 26 years old, 6 foot tall, muscular build, Puerto Rican and Dominican. He's got dark hair, brown eyes, and he looks tired. And Sylvia smiles at him as he approaches the counter and says, "Rough night?"
Immediately upon seeing you, his demeanor switches instantly. His face lights up. The smile, you can definitely tell, is forced, but it's not forced to impress. It's forced to match yours. And he just kind of comes over and is like, "Yeah, we had a couple people come in for gang violence. Yeah, shit's rough. Some shit happened at Gables High pep rally for their homecoming game, and one thing led to another. And you'd imagine that being in the Gables, you would have some kind of decorum. Can I have my regular and whatever Hector has?"
Yep, you've got it. You've got it. And she will go ahead and ring up his regular, which is a decaf cinnamon latte, medium size. And he usually does go for the special that Hector's made up for the morning. So she will ring that up and take his card and swipe it and hand him his receipt, and then write a name on a cup and pass it over to Scott. And she says, "And your order will be..."
Say hello.
Yep. "And your order will be ready down at the other end of the counter in just a few minutes."
All right. And he kind of looks at Scott as he's pouring the drip, and he'll look at you. "Are you sitting on a stool?"
She's not today.
Okay.
She's standing with her cane by her side.
Okay. What song comes on? Because it is your day.
It is my day. Okay.
So what song has ended and what song is coming up?
Okay, hang on just a second. I'm going to look that up real quick.
Yeah, do it. I know you had a band in particular you wanted. Are you playing the whole
Alrighty,
album,
so
or are you picking
that's
choices?
going to be by She Wants Revenge, Not Just a Girl.
Okay.
Yep, it's from their Valley Heart album that was released in 2011. And shockingly for She Wants Revenge, it's actually a relatively sweet and romantic album. They tended to be a bit edgy. They're heavily inspired by Joy Division, so their sound is a little bit goth, but not super dark on this album.
And you will see him tilt his head up to kind of catch his right ear towards the speakers.
Mhm.
Oh, this kind of sounds like The Cure.
Well, they're inspired by some of those old bands.
Oh my God. I don't know if I would call classic bands old, but all right.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk classics, I can talk Rachmaninoff. I can talk Stravinsky.
No, easy. Don't be throwing names at me like your friends. I know Chopin. I know Beethoven.
Beethoven.
He kind of smiles at that.
Yeah.
And Scott gives him his coffee, and he kind of, you can see that he wants to stay there, but he's just kind of, he nods. He's like, I'll go wait for my little treat
All
on the
right.
table. And as he goes to sit down, you'll see that standing in the door outside on the phone is Benji.
Mm. All right.
What is Benji dressed as today?
Oh,
What catches your attention about his suit, quote unquote?
his suit.
His silhouette, rather.
Okay. It's a slightly colder day in January, so he's actually wearing a very heavy velvet coat, black.
All right. And he walks in at the tail end of a conversation, and you hear him say, I'm down the street. I'll be right there. I'm just grabbing a coffee. Do you want anything, Chad? I don't know if you know about this place. It's down the street from your office. And you hear some kind of muffled response, and he's like, all right, I'm just offering. And he hangs up, and he kind of not sidles, but definitely has this combination of cock of the walk while moseying.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes over and he, oh, Lydia, right?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Name tag.
Oh, I try to keep eye contact with women. I'm not as base as my gender would seem.
Right. But you can't
But-
remember a name. Sylvia.
Same syllable. Intentions.
No. Want your regular?
Please.
All right. She writes a name on a cup, hands it to Scott as regular. He
Yeah.
normally gets, it's on the house because of the good work he's doing. He gets a medium East Coast cappuccino.
And he does put a $20 bill in the tip jar.
In the tip jar. Yeah.
Yep.
And she's like, and Sylvia just looks at him and says, but it is good you stopped by. I had a question for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
With all the work you've been doing around, I'm wondering if you might have heard of
Work.
someone.
Okay. I mean, I'm not in the upper echelons like you and your group are, but
Upper echelons?
yeah, not everybody can get into Churchill's. You've been doing work there with what's your group called again?
Hexed?
There you go.
Yeah. That's just
I knew it
because
was
I know how to
something
talk
witchy.
to people and I know how to remember names.
Oh, oof. Scott, could you have somebody come over and remove this steak from my heart? So painful.
Yeah. So there's a guy that keeps
Well,
popping up in
Another
conversations. There's a guy.
guy.
At least I
There's
think
always
it's a
another
guy.
man.
It could be something else. And she leans in a little bit conspiratorially and says, Benjamin Warner.
Benjamin Warner. I mean, I do like Benjamin. That is a fancy name.
It is a nice name. I'll give you that.
It is lovely. Rolls off the tongue so easily.
It does indeed, Benji.
Warner. Warner. I think I've seen him around. I don't know him personally. He does tend to hang around with the movers and shakers in the city. No. He actually, we did have a conversation because he is the one that posted bail in September.
Did he?
Not him, but Mr. Renault. He came as a representative of the industry.
Why would Renault bail you out?
I don't know, because it was his gear that I fucking put dicks all over. And he takes a sip of his coffee.
Interesting. Did you see Warner during the day?
No. This was I was apprehended, and he does his air quotes, just after midnight, and he came in, I want to say around 3. I had just been processed. They had just taken my fingerprints in my picture, which is not flattering. Don't go looking for it.
Already seen it. It was in the paper.
Oh my God, such bad angles.
Next time, tell them to get your good side.
I mean, I tried, but they roughed me up. You know me, I'm so frail. He takes another sip of his coffee.
All right.
Yeah, no. You that asking for somebody during the daytime is very pointed.
You don't say.
And he'll lean down on the counter, put his elbow there, and kind of rest his hand on his fist. What are you getting at, Miss Sylvia? Where's your conspiracy board? Do you have one yet?
I don't
What
need
color's
one.
your thread?
It's all in here.
Oh, like a steel trap.
I'm a writer. Of course, it's all in here.
Oh, of course. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, let's just say I know
when is your
things.
Frankenstein coming out then, Mary Shelley?
I'm working on it. It's not Frankenstein, though.
Oh, is there a monster?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You know, Sylvia, some people might tell you that you're dangerously close to a stereotype. Not me, though.
Really?
Not
I
me.
was about to say pot, kettle.
What are you talking about? This is vintage
Yeah.
1990s.
Uh-huh.
That's what the cool kids are wearing.
Uh-huh. Keep telling yourself that.
And he'll actually open up his coat and show you the Billy Idol t-shirt that he has on.
See, now that's awesome.
Right? $20, thrifted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've got a few customers lining up, but if you want to talk, we can talk later.
Oh yeah, I'll go sit at a table and wait my turn.
Okay.
You gotta
As soon
take
as
a
I
break
can
at some
step away,
point.
I'll come over and talk to you.
Oh. And he will shoot finger guns at Scott, who rolls his eyes, and he'll come over the second Benji's out of earshot and just, really?
What?
You've got Tall, Dark, and Handsome over there, and then you've got a reject from Miami Vice over there, and I see which way you're leaning, and it is
No, he has
terrible.
information I needed, and I got it. Now he
that what
wants
they're calling it?
information in return.
Okay. Listen, I have in my possession that was given to me a 1922 adaptation of Nosferatu with the original orchestra, the little harpsichord player from the theaters.
Oh,
Friday.
yes.
Okay.
Bet.
Okay.
Bring treats for Lenore.
Obviously. And as the door opens and Hector comes out with Isaac's treat, we'll hear a hand softly knocking on Eden's door, and you'll hear a soft voice, Professor Whitlock, can I come in?
Oh, yes, please come in. My office hours are just started now, so you're free to come in.
And the door will open, and you'll hear the kind of scraping of the feet from the wheelchair against the door as Lacey Wiggins comes in. Describe this overachiever for us, please.
Sure. Lacey is a wheelchair bound student, obviously. She has dark brown skin and a very, very like white smile, like she has never drank anything darker than water in her entire life. She has sort of springy hair that's pulled back into a ponytail and hazel eyes that are very often filled with a almost superhuman determination. Like this woman is very obviously like very driven whenever she talks about at least in my science courses for marine biology. So yeah.
She wheels herself over to your desk. Professor Whitlock, I was wondering if I could ask you about Professor Sullivan. I sent him a couple of emails about his class, but he hasn't responded yet. Is he like this?
Unfortunately, Mr. Sullivan tends to be very busy a lot of the time, I've noticed. So he might take a little bit to get back to your emails, but he's good once you get to know him, get into the groove, once he knows you by name and starts to obviously get a little bit closer with his students. I mean, we're only a couple of weeks into the first semester, so just give him time. I guess. She looks a little bit awkward. Like
And she looks at you. She's just like, it's just that like the week before last semester, I emailed you and you immediately sent me the syllabus that you were going to be using, and so that gave me enough time to kind of prepare for the situation. And now I feel like we got our syllabus day of, and I don't really have the time to like go looking for books. I'm not, and she kind of like looks down at her situation.
I see.
It's a little more difficult for me to get around in the bookstore, if you know what I mean.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him a call here in a little bit, just to make sure that everything's on the up and up, and to make sure that everyone is being accommodated for. Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. And she'll pick up her folder and kind of hold it up to her chest. I appreciate everything that you do for us, Miss Professor Whitlock. It really means a lot that you don't see this as a detriment, and you still manage to help us out.
Oh, of course. Anytime, sweetheart. I make it my goal, especially for students as driven as yourself, to really go the extra mile when you're wanting to. So I'm really quite pleased with your performance, especially in my course last semester. So thank you for being so very astute. It's a breath of fresh air these days.
Could I have Eden make a perception and alertness roll for me?
I will absolutely do that. Perception
Standard
and
difficulty.
alertness, standard difficulty. Perception. And yay, I'm good at alertness. That's right.
Yeah. Look at you. You might actually. Ooh,
3
yeah.
successes.
You'll notice that she's got a little flyer tucked into the Clearview portion of her folder. This 3-ring binder, and it's for the FIU Theater Department's season, which has 3 shows that are being performed this season, this semester at least. Oedipus Rex, The Seagull, and Hedda Gabler.
Oh, is that a theater flyer? Thinking about attending or performing, maybe?
No, not performing. I could never be on stage. No, this is just one of the boys in Mr. Sullivan's class, Professor Sullivan, was talking about it, and I wanted to see what they were going to be about, but only 2 of the shows are in the main stage, and so the black box doesn't really have any wheelchair access. From what I saw on the pictures of the main campus.
Right, I'll have to see about that. That's very frustrating, and I certainly apologize on behalf of FIU Biscayne.
I mean, it's not your fault, you know. You're in science. And
still,
it's very clear that the theater department doesn't have an abundance of non-abled actors.
Yes, that is unfortunately just how things have gone. But thank you for alerting me. I will happily make sure that we start pushing towards accommodations, especially I don't want to ever have anyone's love of something like theater be stifled, because of something silly like that. So
yeah, no, I get you. Luckily, if construction ever picks up again on the new building that they're building here on this campus, they already look like they're going to have wheelchair access and seating set aside for disabled patrons. So
yes, construction has certainly been delayed, but I'm glad they'll at least have one good thing.
yeah.
Eden tries not to look too awkward about that.
She doesn't notice. She's too involved in trying to figure out when to get these books for Martin. But she smiles and nods at you. Again, thank you for your time. I know that I got you before your classes, and sometimes professors don't want to deal with kids until like they've had their coffee or something else to get their energy up. And she doesn't kind of look behind her, but she does kind of turn her head.
Yes.
I've seen some professors who just they don't care like you do. Kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yes, some people pick up the job because it's got good tenure and the work, while involved, isn't necessarily exasperating. So I can understand that some professors just don't try as hard as they probably could. But don't let that dissuade you.
And you will see that Martin is about to step into your office when he sees her, and then immediately backs out.
Well, it appears that Mr. Sullivan is waiting just outside the office, in fact. So I'll have a chance to talk to him in person about this particular hesitation to answer emails.
And she will spin her chair on Professor Sullivan, and you can't see him, but you know for a fact that under his breath, he's probably just cursed you and said snitch. But he comes in with 2 muffins again. And he's like, Miss Wiggins, Professor Whitlock.
Professor Sullivan, so good to see you.
What a good morning this is turning out to be.
Well, Miss Wiggins, if you'd like to ask your questions, I think Professor Sullivan will find himself obliged to answer them.
Yeah.
And
We can take this to my office. And he just underhand throws you the muffin. Come on,
Give him-
Lacey.
just no, thank you.
And she follows him over to his office, and he holds the door open for her. And as he's leaving, he just kind of like looks at you, and he just shakes his head at you.
It's on site.
He closes the door to your office. And with this little foray of everyone having their little moments, where do you meet up later on during the day? Because I know that you did want to meet up. Is it Denny's again?
What
I
day
feel like
is it
Denny's
again?
is. I feel like Denny's is the late night meetup, not
Yeah.
the daytime meetup, or at least
Sure.
not the sunlight meetup.
Okay. Makes sense.
What day is it?
Tuesday is the next day.
Tuesday. Okay.
Waffle House. We got to mix it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Jack's not
Waffle
working, he's
House
not
in the
playing tonight,
morning
so-
and Denny's at night. Is
Yeah.
that our group's motto?
Which one of the 2 Waffle Houses would you like to go to? Homestead or Hollywood Broward?
I'm about to say it's at least after 2 in the afternoon because that's when Sylvia gets off.
Yeah. Probably
And
like
luckily,
3 or
there's no
4.
traffic in either direction.
That's
I will-
surprising.
Yeah.
I'll let the locals decide. I don't know either place. So.
Definitely Homestead.
Yeah.
Yep. So the text message goes out. Everybody agrees to go to Homestead,
Mhm.
and you'll meet up at the Waffle House down there. It's off of exit 5 or 6. It's not close to the highway leading into the Keys, but it's fucking. You could spit into the air and into the wind and hit that highway. It's not like exit 2. Exit 2 is where a lot of the other big things are, like the Art South theater department and things like that, the outreach program, the old Seminole theater, things like that. And somebody will come by, take your order. I'm assuming coffee for everybody.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And the All-Star plate. I'm hungry.
The All-Star plate. Jude, what song comes on?
Kokomo by the Beach Boys.
Oh,
Perfect.
God.
That is peak Waffle House.
That
It's
is.
peak Waffle House. Yeah, I think Sylvia has just a plate of hash browns that she ordered.
Okay.
And she's putting ketchup on them. And some salt.
That's totally fair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jack just gets eggs and bacon, and he's drumming the table with his fingers. While
Yeah, because she had
waits.
lunch not too long ago at work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's
Yeah, of
not
course.
terribly hungry.
Jude just made sure that they left the pot with them. That was his only requirement.
And the lady that's there doesn't even give you a second glance. She's like, yeah, claro, toma.
Gracias. And then he'll also just sort of half lazy, but also still clearly caring, fill up anyone who is drinking coffee if they start to get low, including himself. I swear, I'm too used to cafecito at this point. This stuff is so fucking weak.
Ugh, I drink water.
Ew. Why?
Ugh, I know.
Don't say that awful word.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry,
Water.
buddy.
I'm not much of a coffee drinker. It all tastes the same to me.
Get out.
I gotta say, you need to stop into Panther one day because seriously, it's good coffee.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to go talk to Hector for a second. His mom's been wanting him to call and he hasn't. So I need to go in and lecture him.
I'll work with him tomorrow. If you don't get a chance, I'll rib him about it tomorrow.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
As long as the message gets to him, really. That's all I fucking care about.
I'll pass it along.
I
He
had to get
probably
on some
won't give me a sample
professor.
of whatever amazing thing he comes up with after I do it, but that's fine.
He can deal.
The way he keeps feeding me, he wants me to get big as a house, but you know.
I feel that.
Look, I know who taught him how to bake. Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, but I did talk with Benji. He stopped by today.
That's good. What information did you manage to get from him?
The other Benjamin bailed him out in September.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would he bail him out?
He doesn't know.
Didn't he draw dicks on their equipment?
Yeah. He
Man
did it
after
on
my own
Renault's
heart.
order.
Hmm.
And did it at about 3 a.m.
Well, of course he'd do it in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So I'm thinking either like Renault or possibly one of Renault's thralls. Who knows?
Could be.
Huh.
Did he say that was the common way that he usually gets out of shit like that? Or was that some sort of anomaly that he had to mention?
That seemed to be an oddity for him. I mean, it's possible maybe his luck just runs that way, that somebody bails his ass out. Who knows?
Look, if anyone can figure out luck, I trust you to be the one to know. So
An oligarch bailing out a protester
mine always
is
seems to come
pretty
crashing
against
down
the
around me,
pale.
but you know.
Or maybe you just have to make your own luck at that point.
So we still planning on visiting that particular site in University of Miami soon?
Mm.
I still need to dig up some information, I think, but I don't see why not. I mean, as much as I don't want to get involved in leech stuff.
Yeah.
See, the leech stuff isn't the stressful part to me. The stressful part is that Arcanum bitch. Whatever the fuck is going on with that. Because it's starting to get a little unsettling.
How so?
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's her. That's my initial assumption. Someone keeps poking at me through various systems. When I tried restarting my phone that the hermetic shit fucked sideways, it came back saying that it was booting up, running, being traced, running. So I shut that shit down, got rid of the phone. No one's connected to it. I made sure. And then my friend, my awesome best bud, sent me some bullshit that he'd been getting. You know, some of it was scams, all that. Yeah, I'm a deposed Nigerian prince, etc. But the amount of times that it's a real Nigerian prince deposed, not worth the try.
Yeah, no.
But there was white text hidden in one of those. Because it was someone like sending some sort of harassment type shit. He's a well-respected redneck, and I won't have people slander his name. So I did some digging.
I have one of those too.
We can probably bond over it sometime. But it said in the white text that they see me too, which means they knew that he was my friend and that he would send this shit to me to figure out.
All right.
So your buddy's the intermediary.
unknowingly.
Unwitting. Yeah, unwitting.
The problem just I'm clearly missing a piece of this because I don't know who. I've just sort of been using her as a placeholder for now. Because that's the only time technology has suddenly bit back a bit at me.
Hey, didn't you notice the other team was securing when you started looking into the girl? Is it them, or that's kind of obvious for them?
I don't know if it would be obvious. It just doesn't. I don't think if they're involved, they're directly involved. It'd be more like providing resources, funding, whatever the fuck
It seems
technocrats do.
like this person might be playing a game with you, or think they're playing a game.
I've watched a lot of Tom and Jerry. I can work with that.
You just be careful, Jude, all right? We don't know what these fucks are capable of, right?
We know they're capable, and that's about it. But it felt criminal of me not to inform all of you that I'm currently being screwed with. I don't know if it's entirely attached to Arcanum stuff or if it's some other party that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. I mean,
if things start to escalate beyond my skill set, I may have to go and get some consultation from a few others. But for the most part, I think I got it handled so far.
Gotcha.
Time will tell.
Oh, hey, speaking of being careful, probably off topic, maybe not. Eden, have you ever heard of alligators just randomly attacking people?
I mean, randomly? I mean, it's usually, I'd say it's pretty well earned, but.
Right, that's what I said. Well, my buddy was out. He goes out into the glades and gets he relocates invasive species, like pythons,
That's good of
geckos,
him.
shit like that. And an alligator came out of nowhere, smacked him with its tail, broke his arm, busted a couple ribs, and left him alone.
You
An
shitting?
alligator slammed him with his tail?
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty fucking unusual.
the sequence of events may be a little
That's
suspect given the
Pretty
source,
damn
but
targeted too.
that's what I thought. But I didn't want to tell him because he's kind of a dumbass. So, thanks.
Okay, Eden, you're the one who does the sciencey
Yeah.
stuff relating to aquatic
Yeah.
creatures and things, but literally, don't they not have like higher functions in their brains like that?
It's a little bit complicated, but
I mean, that requires a level of like forethought and planning to
Right.
just do incidental damage.
It didn't kill him outright. It left him to leave so he would just go away.
Yeah.
a gator hitting someone with their tail hard enough to crack ribs is
And break an
pretty
arm.
damn, and break an arm is pretty damn unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
either
and
must have
then-
been a massive gator or there's something a little
Right.
bit.
Right. And then
Fucking
he
going
called
on.
me before calling his girlfriend. So I don't even know if he's alive at this
Ooh.
point.
Oh,
Oh, so your
Yeah,
friend's
he
an
might.
idiot.
yeah, I was about to say, he
Yeah,
might be dead.
If I got attacked by an alligator, Thelma would kill me if she was not the first person to find out
Your
about
friend
it.
is an idiot, and if his
Oh, yeah.
girlfriend murders him, it's justifiable, okay?
Yeah. I told him I'd go back to the hospital and pick him up again if he needed
That's
to.
fair, yeah.
Well, don't worry, Sylvia. Once he dies, you can tell him what an idiot he is on the
I
other
know,
side.
right?
Oh,
Uh,
God, that
I just
movie.
want to
If
keep that in
only
the
it's
back of my
always
mind.
that easy, but no. Some
Yeah,
fools just
maybe-
don't even cross over. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just didn't. I figured I'd ask because it just seemed weird that one would like Sylvia said, it was targeted and specific. So
Yeah,
wouldn't-
that's pretty
Wouldn't
weird.
it go for a bite way before a smack?
Yeah.
right,
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
don't know a
thinking.
lot about lizards, but I think that would be its main defense.
It
Right.
is. I mean, gators can hit things with their tail, but normally it's used to slap the water.
Right.
Right.
But
Or that creepy death roll thing they do. but
Yeah, not something. So there is the possibility it's one of the. I'll call them the meaner forest folk, one of the shapeshifters.
Eden, could you roll your willpower for me? Difficulty 8,
Oh shit.
because
Okay.
they are bringing up PTSD
Yep.
things that equate with your avatar.
That is very true. Willpower difficulty 8, huh? Oof.
Yep.
All right, let's roll it. Botch.
Oh shit.
uh,
The conversation ends there for her.
And
Do I recognize this reaction?
Probably. It's definitely not the first time. All of you have been a Cabal for at least a year, so
Sylvia will gently reach out a hand to Eden and take her hand. Be like, I need you to breathe.
Yep.
That's not happening right now. You are
she's
safe.
squeezing your hand.
You are safe. I need you to think of your happy place.
Yep.
See it all around you. Breathe in and out. You are safe. She takes out a handkerchief from her bag and wipes the tears from Eden's cheeks. You are safe, dear.
Thank you.
Of course. You're not the only one with trauma, dear.
I know.
Shit. I'm sorry. Should have known better.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But
Jude,
there are other shifting creatures besides just the wolves.
There are there are some that can change into
Other creatures.
We got it.
Yeah.
We got it. Thank you.
Other creatures. You don't have to. It's fine. You're safe, remember?
I'm safe.
You're safe.
All right. Huh. So maybe
If something's going to get you, it's got to go through me first.
Let's squeeze your hand at that.
So maybe he was too close to like one of their cards or something.
Could be.
and you said randomly, right?
No,
Like he wasn't fucking around.
No, he totally wasn't fucking. He was like
He was going to get a python, you said.
Yeah. He's not the type of guy that like just does this shit. Like he jokes around, but he wants to get home to his girlfriend at night. So he's very careful. Like he was focused, and this thing, boom, came out of nowhere.
It might have mistook him for some kind of poacher or something.
Possible.
Or he
Really
just
possible.
stepped too close to something he wasn't supposed to be near.
That's my guess.
Most likely. Did he tell you he didn't happen to have GPS coordinates, did he? Anything nearby?
You know what? I'll ask him once his girlfriend's done with him, if there's anything left to ask. But yeah.
If
I'll see
not,
if
if
I
he
can,
crosses over, I can ask him then.
Yeah. Would that be faster? I mean, I like him
Sometimes.
and all, but
I think it depends on
Sometimes.
if he's still around right now.
Jude, when Eden brings up the GPS coordinates, the numbers click for you.
Oh, motherfucker. And Jude will actually reach into the pocket of his sleeveless hoodie and set down 3 pieces of what look like just like basic like spiral notebook paper. And each of them has various things written on it. One is like some email stuff that he just sort of pushes off to the side, but he taps the other 2 that have the coordinates. Like this.
Yeah, those would be coordinates.
I got the emails in this order, but that could be a red herring and it's in a different orientation than what I got it as.
Well, I mean, we can just look up. I mean, there's only three sets of three numbers. It shouldn't take us too long to check out the GPS coordinates for each of them.
I know, I'm just lazy.
Yeah, put them into Google Maps or whatever.
Yeah. And it'll come back a point that's not too far away from you, actually, on exit 2. But it's a checkers.
He definitely wasn't at checkers, I don't think.
I think this is tied to what Jude's been poking at.
Must be.
Oh, that's probably right too.
Lately, it feels like I'm just playing defense, which is getting obnoxious.
I think they left us a little treat.
Do you all want to come with? I don't think anything funky is going to happen, but it's Miami.
Middle of the day.
It's not like I'm
Checkers,
driving
right?
away.
Sylvia Carson Abbott was involved in the slow speed chase tonight.
I'm not gonna fit back to fucking home from here.
The sun had come up before you got halfway. Fuck,
I
that'd just be mean.
I'd be sitting on the ground somewhere being like, fuck this hurts too much.
At least you're something of a night person. At least the aesthetic would be good there.
A night person? Please, I'm in bed by like 9 p.m. so I can get up at 4:30 in the morning. Okay.
Oh, I wasn't meaning actual night. I was meaning just you style yourself like you belong in the night.
Oh, well, thanks. No, I'm just morbid.
I feel that.
Same diff.
All right, let's finish up and pay and then maybe give this a visit. I need a fucking cigarette, so.
Yeah.
I'll ride with you. We can just roll the windows down.
Yeah.
All right, so we will check out and
pay out, and you head down to exit 2. And I think on this note, it's a good time to go to break. So we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Yep, we will be back in about 10-ish. See you soon.
All right, welcome back, everybody. In the first half, we got to see a little bit of the daily life-to-life situations that everybody has to go through. And then we all met up at the, not the Waffle House, at the Waffle House. Yeah, not the Denny's, the Waffle House. And we got to see a nice moment where we got to live through Eden's post-traumatic stress disorder and have Sylvia reach out and remind her that she is amongst friends and she is in a safe place. So we left off with you heading to Checkers, which is a few exits down from you. And the moment you get off the exit on exit 2, you can see it. There's a little right-hand curve to come around towards the Checkers. Not too busy. At this point, it's maybe 4 o'clock. There's like 2 or 3 cars. This is one of the few Checkers that has a drive-in. So you can see cars that are parked. The little tray hanging out of some of the windows. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Before we do anything, I'm going to take that burner phone that I have out of my dashboard. And I'm going to use that app to snap a picture of this particular building.
Oh, the Blink app.
The Blink app. That's what it was.
It'll show a glitch. It shows pieces of the Checkers are missing, almost like a checkerboard.
The hell? Oh yeah, something's definitely messed up here, guys.
And you'll get a
Are
score
my
of
spidey
20,
senses
22.
going off?
There's not a lot of restless down here. At least not
Okay.
around the Checkers.
Yeah, but I can sense a lot of shit. So.
If you want to try to reach out to the capital S spirits, yeah, you could roll for that. Roll your arete.
I will roll my arete.
Yeah. Spirit 1, you're sensing, so it does count.
I actually have
as-
spirit 2.
Right, but it's Spirit 1 is a sphere that
It's
you're
for
using
sensing. Mm-hmm.
in case, because I think that modifies your difficulty when the foundry rolls for it. What instrument are you using? What do you have on you?
She has a small compact mirror
Mhm.
and an eyeliner pencil.
Okay.
And she is going to draw a sigil on one of them. She opens the mirror and she is going to draw a sigil in reverse on the top mirror and then angle it so that in the bottom mirror it shows the right way.
Okay. And that definitely fits in your paradigm because you do have writing and runes and inscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
All right. Are there witnesses?
No, all
No?
of you are awakened. There's nobody outside of the car either. You're at the stoplight.
All right. So that's using a personalized instrument.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will cast my spell. That's one success.
Yeah. You can see that there are remnants. Something happened here, and you've only seen bits and pieces of the ravages of the Avatar storm as far as the Umbra is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Out here, you can see vestiges. There's spirits that are half there, half dissolved, half kind of what looks like they've been ripped apart by a tornado or a hurricane. And there's right underneath the roof that extends out like a V from the checkers. There is this massive alligator that's just looking straight at the road. It has parts of his body torn apart. They're flapping like ripped paper in the wind. And it just has this tired face. Its mouth is just touching the concrete.
My goodness, you look exhausted.
Its head lifts up about a foot off of the ground. And as it looks around, you will see that the eyes open, but they're completely blank. There's no line of the pupil. There's no, like, it's just one solid color. Mm. Who is there?
Just a woman that's a bit liminal.
None of my kin, then.
No.
And its head drops back down. Its eyes close.
I will break the connection.
Vanishes.
Close the mirror. Reopen it, take a handkerchief and wipe it off, then close it. Put it back in her bag.
Jack heard Sylvia's part of the conversation, but not the spirits.
Yeah, you good? Just gonna look
Yeah.
over.
There's a spirit here, not human. More animus in nature?
Animal or
No,
sorry.
animus
Okay.
in nature.
Okay.
It presents like an animal, but it is not. Because
Got
an
it.
animal doesn't speak in that way. It's looking for its kin.
The kin of the thing that's pretending, or the kin of the thing that you saw?
Kin of the thing that I saw. It is looking for the creatures that shift into other creatures.
Oh, that's not a coincidence.
It appears blind. And also damaged. This entire place has been damaged.
What can Jack see? What's Jack got?
Ooh. What does Jack got?
What does Jack got?
Do you want to look at the more chimerical side of things?
Oh, shit. Jack can see a lot of shit. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's try that first. Let's try the chimerical side of things.
Okay. You're not sure how you do it. It's always strange. Like sometimes you'll have to blink it into existence. Sometimes it just happens. Like with the cat, it's just there. And sometimes like you will blink the glamorous side into your life. And this is one of those moments where the light turns green. You and Eden kind of drive your cars into the parking lot, and you will see that one of the young ladies that's coming out to the cars to take orders has two fronts. There is her human persona, and then there's the seeming. What is she, Jack? What do you see?
Oh, geez. At a checkers?
At a checkers.
I see. I actually see something that was very similar to what we saw in the playhouse. It's a boggin.
Okay.
Serving customers.
All right. And she comes over to your car first, especially because you can see that she doesn't turn away, but she does kind of put her hand to her nose when she smells the smoke coming out of Eden's car. And she comes over. What can I get for you guys?
Just a chocolate shake, please.
Chocolate shake, sir.
Can I get one of those and a strawberry shake?
Chocolate and a strawberry shake. Do you want us to swirl the chocolate into the strawberry?
That's part of the joy I have when I come to checkers.
Oh,
I do
okay.
it myself.
No, yeah, I get it. I like to do that to my shakes too.
Nice. I knew I liked you.
I'll be right back with your order.
Thank you.
She goes running towards the counter, puts it in, and then you will notice that she very slowly walks over to Eden's car.
And I'll say to Sylvia, that's one of the fair folk.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if she knows about the gator spirit.
Yeah, I don't want to jump on her just yet. Well, maybe she comes back.
Yeah.
When she comes over to Eden's car.
Does it feel weird to you here?
No. It's not their stuff if it is weird.
The cat was at the Waffle House. The cat's not here anymore.
Okay.
No. Yeah, but she goes over to Eden's car. Can I get you guys anything? And you notice that she's not as leaned into the window as she was with Sylvia and Jack. Like she is a few steps back.
We know what we are. It's okay.
Yeah, sorry about the smoke. Jude, do you want anything?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind a hot dog.
Yeah. Okay. Can we get a chili dog or like just a regular hot dog?
Yeah, you can do a chili dog. Sure, that's fine.
Oh, chili dog. Better idea.
Okay, yeah.
Onions and cheese?
Yes, please.
Excellent.
Yeah. And just get me a large Checkers fry if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. coming right
Thank
up.
you
And
so much.
she runs over to the counter.
Hey, Eden.
Yeah.
I don't want to alarm you, but you do realize that your first cigarette on the way here took you only 3 puffs to make it disappear.
Yep, I am aware of that. Thank you for pointing that out.
You feeling good? Or better, at least?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. Thank Sil is good people, and she helped. So, and having friends helps. So yeah, it's yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Careful going too fast. All of a sudden, you have a cherry in your lap, and believe me, you do not ignore that because you can't. It's a bit too hot. So just.
She will ash the large ash off of her cigarette as you say that. Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, as long as you know, because you're the one driving. I can kind of drive with you panicking and trying to dig a ember out of your lap, but I don't think you want to.
Yeah. We'll park after this definitely and talk to Sil and Jack.
Yeah,
I'm almost done.
You guys are parked. And you'll notice as you're about to finish your cigarette, Jude, you get a little text message again. Block number, but it's a GIF.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hand playing checkers and putting a token down on one end, and another hand putting kinging that token.
Anything unusual besides the obvious?
Aside from them star 6-9, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, something fucky's going on, at least with the blink app. I'll open the window. Hey, Sil!
She puts down her window. Yeah.
You feel anything? Sense anything?
Oh, yeah.
Weird?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
working on it.
She'll hold out her phone. Got this on the blink app.
Yeah, trust me, it looks a lot worse than that.
That's a terrible score. Can you try that again?
Fucking all right, fine. And she'll take another picture with the blink app.
This one comes back a little more solid. There's the only part that looks like a checkerboard is the street, the little driveway that all the cars are parked on. The actual place itself looks untouched. But you'll notice that all of the workers, like the food preparation and the girl kind of running from car to car, they all look twisted. They're macabre kind of Tim Burton versions of themselves.
What the?
But your score is now 32.
Yeah, well, I definitely got a better score, but look at that.
Good.
What the hell happened? Oh my goodness. Yeah, something's fucking with reality here.
Whoa, look at that one dude. He's all stretched and shit.
I know.
Like, it makes him look taller, but he wasn't that tall.
Mr.
Anyway.
Skellington.
Honestly, Jude's just gonna also text back a GIF, but it's a GIF of a checkers board being flipped and the pieces going everywhere.
Perfect.
In a very cinematic, dramatic, towards the camera sort of way.
Nice.
As it takes a few minutes for stuff to get prepared, Sylvia will be telling, because we're parked right beside each other.
Yeah.
She'll go through the details of everything she saw.
Okay.
Including the animus spirit that resembled.
Oh, you found one of the shifters. Shit.
Or not one, possibly one of their spirits.
Oh, yeah.
But possibly it could be one of them I don't know what happens to them when they die.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar myself. My own
So if it's
interactions with those
possible,
folks have
but
been
because
yeah.
it asked if I was one of its kin, and I said, no, I'm just a woman that's rather liminal. And then it put its head back down like it was waiting.
And it
Gotcha.
spoke in perfect English to
Mhm.
ask you that.
Yeah, because I spoke to it, said it looked exhausted. Because it did.
It's not like an animal ghost, is it?
No, because
Can animals do
animals
that?
don't speak like that. They can convey emotions. I have seen spirits of cats, dogs. Yeah.
But they still behave that way regardless of what
Mhm,
side they're
because
on.
that's what they
Okay.
are.
Right, they are still fundamentally human-ish, at least.
Hmm. Now, animals are animals. They're not human.
And
This spoke like a human,
yeah,
but is not.
This may sound odd. Did it have an accent?
Did it have an accent, storyteller?
Did not.
No, very flat.
Huh.
Lack of an accent.
native.
Actually, that also makes some sort of sense for an animal spirit. Is that what you said it was, or could be called?
I said an animus spirit.
Animus spirit. Missed that part.
Do their spirits hang around their, I don't know, holy places, meeting places? Are they
And
tied to them?
I can't see that realm, but in my interactions, they seem like a very spiritual people, so probably.
Right. But their cairns are very specifically stuff we
Oh,
can
if this
see.
was at one time a place of power, it has been thoroughly wrecked.
Yeah, Jack has the idea that he could look for that, but he kind of doesn't want to right now.
Sure.
He likes having his vision and his mind working. So
Yeah.
he's going to hold off.
Speaking of visions, though, Jude will suddenly see everything around him become grid-like, almost like Tron, and you will see a version of you in the Tron suit from the sequel, just kind of like lit
Wait,
up.
the sequel?
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah, man.
Okay.
This is a knockoff vision.
That bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
New
bad.
new Disney for you, baby. And it'll come up to the card side that you're on, and just kind of the helmet slides back, very Iron Man-esque, and you just hear it in a very feminine voice that you recognize as Olivia Wilde's. Just, Flynn is teaching me about the art of the selfless, about removing oneself from the equation. But between you and me, Jules Verne is my favorite. Do you know Jules Verne? And then you'll see it pulls out a rod, runs, and just breaks it open into the motorcycle handles and shoots off. And as it does, you are brought back.
Jude, you okay?
I just saw some douchebag wearing a Tron suit who looked like me. That voice,
What?
though.
Well, it's a day of the week ending in Y, so
Was it your
Weird
avatar?
shit just happens to us. Okay?
No, but Eden, I can say with absolute certainty, my avatar does not ever look like me. It's not its style.
Huh.
His style.
Did it say anything?
Fuck, my brain is so cooked, Ravenos. I'm so sorry. What was the name that she said? Like, do you like
Jules Verne.
Verne.
Jude will supply that bit as well.
Jules Verne. Some of his
20,000
work.
leagues
Around the World in 80 Days.
around the world.
A lighthouse at the end of the world.
20,000 leagues.
Yep, I called that
Yeah.
one. Yep.
What else?
I mean, oddly enough, I did actually enjoy Around the World in 80 Days, but
It's not odd. It was a good book. What do you think it has to do with anything?
I
You
don't
think
know.
maybe something?
Maybe that could have been the misdirect, and what she said to me before was what was actually trying to be said.
Maybe. So we have weird spiritual shit. We have images that come up as twisted and wrong with pieces missing. We have texts of someone kinging something in checkers and coordinates, as well as your now vision of Tron, where Jules Verne is mentioned.
Mhm.
What are we dealing with? What is this? What is the connection?
Don't forget the fair folk.
Oh yeah,
What?
there's fair folk working here.
Our waitress
Wait.
is
Wait, which one? Oh, the waitress.
the
Okay,
cute
okay.
one. The cute one that took orders.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. She seemed nice enough.
Yeah, she was
Okay.
polite, professional.
Mhm.
Didn't see anything extraordinary though.
No. So what does it mean? What are we missing? What do we got to put together?
A whole bunch of shit is what we're missing.
Yeah, exactly.
I asked Marta about this once. I was like, what's with all these random pieces of fabric? And she said it's for making a quilt. I didn't know that it required so many bullshit random pieces, which is what it feels like we have right now. Just a lot of random pieces that don't, there's no lines to this puzzle.
Yeah.
Give me a
We can
fucking
see.
corner piece, damn it.
So Jules Verne, there was the image where pieces of the car park were missing. You think maybe something's buried here?
Did you
With
ask
Prime,
the
do I
Earth?
sense anything here, storyteller?
Nothing magical with a K.
Okay.
Hey, Eden,
Yeah.
are you the kind of witch that can talk to the Earth and shit?
Yeah. I can pull into it. Yeah. You think I should give it a shot?
Just see what it has to say about what's going on here. This is funky.
Yeah. Okay. I need to find. I'll look for literally just grass that's
Yeah.
not not attached to like the road or anything, just out of the way. Maybe we pull our car up in front of it so I can get out of the car and sit down on the grass.
You're in front of some grass. Like there's a big patch of grass between the actual checkers and the strip mall that it's attached to.
All right. I am going to get out of the car and sit down on the grass, and I'm going to withdraw my small ritualistic dagger that I always keep on me, and I am going to quickly slice my palm using, and then I want to use life and prime, I think, to reach out, see what the earth here, the elements, what nature can tell me, if I may.
Yeah, and blood and fluids is definitely part of your paradigm, as well as the offerings and sacrifices, which just counts as.
Exactly.
And so you want to try to suss out what the earth is.
Trying to say, is there a message here? Is there a hint, a clue, a wailing or keening that might be able to be detected, pulled upon?
Life and matter. Life one, matter one might give you something.
Very nice.
Without spirit, though, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Can I channel with her?
You could, in fact, because of Eden's cult, you can join if you believe that what she's doing is right.
I do. I'm
Okay.
going to get out of the car, grab my cane. I'm going to walk over to the grass, and I'm going to sit down right in front of her, knees touching knees.
Okay.
I'm going to take her hands in mine. And with the blood from her hands, I am going to trace sigils on the backs of her hands.
You're good at this.
And then I'm going to clasp my hands on them.
Okay.
And I'm channeling spirit with her spell.
Okay.
All right.
So Eden will get an extra die
Let's go.
for her arete roll.
All right, Arete.
That's a very convenient synergy of paradigms right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a willpower difficulty.
It should give you the difficulty because you're using the first dot in all of them.
Mhm.
You're using a personalized instrument. So it should be just difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. And this is
Yeah.
an Arete roll?
It is an arete roll, and you get a bonus
Actually,
of
if you
1
go
die.
to your character sheet, you can do casting the spell or just roll your arete at difficulty
Yeah.
4.
All right, difficulty 4 with an extra bonus die. Woo.
Yep.
All right. And I'm using willpower.
Yep.
Nice.
4
Yeah.
successes.
4 successes. It's rough. You, without spirit, you're not used to the information you're getting. But you see that there is something that was here. You can sense the remnant of a vibrant ecosystem. There was a lot of life here, a lot of wild life. And you're going to say something?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay.
Sylvia actually will look at Eden as she's focusing on this and say, whisper what you see, whisper what you feel. I will translate.
There is life. There is beauty here. An overabundance of it.
Was
An abundance of it. Paved over, destroyed, torn apart.
because of the prime, you will also feel that this was a node at some point, a cairn.
There was a node here, a cairn, a place of power that has been ripped apart forcefully, violently.
There is warfare, there is dominance, and there is a destruction of something that was and replaced by something that shouldn't have been.
There is a war, a struggle, a fight, the tearing down of something beautiful and powerful, and in its place, something ugly, horrific.
You hear the sounds of rushing water, and then you will hear flesh tearing, maws biting, snapping.
Teeth, the sound of water rushing, a jaw snapped shut.
The scent of smoke starts to pull you away. There is something that reminds you of your avatar here.
A remnant of the burning beast, a ash-strewn battlefield, something familiar.
And you will feel the rumble behind you. You can feel that Sylvia is still holding on to you, but that pressure of the alligator on your back starts to hunch you forward.
Sylvia will hold her shoulders upright and say, you do not bow.
There is nothing pushing against her, but she is still kind of forcing herself down.
I'm picking her up.
The strain.
and that guttural rumble in its throat, that sound of warning that alligators have.
It's angry. Maybe hurt. It's rest.
Disconnect.
I'm gonna
You-
try and disconnect.
Okay. Disconnecting is not hard, especially given the PTSD that you have.
And Sylvia has her hands on your shoulders, and she's looking you square in the eyes.
Oh God. Something horrible happened here.
Yeah. I got a sense of that when I scoped it out before. But your capabilities gives more detail.
There's something rancid here. The message that was sent to Jude being kinged, is this a message that they tore this down and built something grotesque in its place?
Yes. I know that. I don't know how I know that, but I know that.
Tastes acrid. Wrong. Thanks, Sil.
Of course.
The young girl comes up to Jack on his car and she leans down. She's like, so I brought you. Oh, and she looks over to where Sylvia and Eden are. Here, this is for your passenger. But I brought you one of the candy straws that we have since you said that you like to mix your shakes.
I love you so much.
Well, I appreciate it, but I have somebody.
That's cool. It's platonic love.
Okay, good. And she's about to go and
Hey.
deliver Jude's, and she stops and she looks back at you.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah.
Come on. I normally don't. I prefer not to bother you guys. But
Okay.
I can. He kind of like points. I can see.
Yeah. No, I know. I can see
Oh.
that all of you have some glamour to you.
Oh. Cool. Hey, can you tell us anything about this place? Something which kind of get a feel for, and it seems really bad.
Yeah, it's Homestead. We've
Okay.
we've been trying to kind of push back against everything. It's been bad down here because everybody kind of forgets that Homestead exists because everybody's just shooting forward towards Key West or Key Largo or Isla
Yeah.
Morada or other party places, and so
Yeah.
Homestead suffers.
Mhm.
Like the big claim to fame is the racetrack or the Air Force Base, and both of those are fucking terrible. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. Huh. And you say so. Others are doing what they can to push back.
Yeah, there's a little enclave of us down here.
Oh, cool.
It's been rough because apparently the Duchess was lost. Nobody has seen her since last Saturday. So we're starting to worry that she might be gone.
Oh. Well, look, if you guys need to pick me up, you know where Gramps is, right? Up in Wynwood.
Oh, I don't go up into the main part of the city.
Oh, look, good music, good drinks, good people.
Like the only place that we really go to is Vizcaya whenever there's like a meeting, because of the castle that's there. But we haven't had a need to go up there. we might go up there when they ask for volunteers, or when they choose the next Duchess or Dutch or Duke. And she kind of like shakes her head like she feels dumb. Yeah, it's and she leans forward. She's just like, I don't get involved with court stuff. They don't really care about commoners like me.
Well, I don't want to keep you, but thanks for the info.
Yeah.
And if you do change your mind, come up.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Maybe
Bring your friends.
we'll see. And she goes over and she delivers Jude and Eden stuff. Doesn't spend any time talking to them. Just fucking drops it off and runs back.
Sylvia's taken Eden into the restroom so that we could clean up.
Yeah.
And we're walking back out, freshened
Jude
up.
will just rest Eden's fries like on the dashboard of her car and stuff, so that it can just be there.
They smell good.
I got a chili dog. I'm fine. It's gone in 4 bites.
Yep.
I get back with a light bandage around my hand. The sigil's cleaned off, and everything's good to go.
Here's your fries.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't get salt in the wound.
Yep. She gets about 3 bites in and immediately gets salt in the wound.
100%.
Also, quick question. Why is it always the palm? Like, there's so much there that you could just fuck if you're not careful. Why is it always the palm?
Well, you just got to make a really light cut, and it tends to bleed a lot, so
yeah,
it's not
but
the worst. But
stabbing your thumb with a sewing needle does the same thing.
that's true, I guess. I don't know. It just feels stereotypical. Sometimes I'll give it to, and she'll pull up her pant leg a little bit, and you see on her inner thigh there are a couple of scars from slashes. Sometimes I get it from there, but mostly from palms.
All right. Not my practice, but it's just funky. Hope your hand's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, the shit I saw, shit I felt, shit I smelled was real bad. There's something bad in here. Something was so there was a node here. I know that for sure. And it got torn down, and something was erected in its place. I don't know what, but something. And it was something wrong.
Yeah, it's bad for our waitress confirmed it. Like, there's something they're trying to fight back against, whatever the badness is. But there's only a few of them in the area. Didn't have much more details than that. But also worth noting, their leader, their Baron, has been missing since this past Saturday.
Really?
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Wait.
Exactly. Don't even need to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I like to. I'm cliche that way.
Okay, so say it out loud then.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. It's
That was their Baron.
So there is some turmoil in their neck of the woods, as they say.
Is that something you might need to fill them in about, since you potentially know what possibly happened?
That sounds like a bad idea.
No, I mean, Jack struggles a little bit. He kind of like he's a good guy. He feels like you're right. He should.
When they start investigating, they'll come to us anyway.
Yeah, we were there, part of the anomaly.
And just so we're clear, she knows we've all been hit by a big old not quintessence wave.
Yeah.
She can still feel it a week or so out. So
wow.
Feel it? Like we're radiating?
That's probably the best corollary. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Nope.
So how much longer are we going to be dealing with this fairy radiation?
I'm not an expert. I just see this shit. I told her I don't want to bother them because most of their stuff's a crazy show most days.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
Well,
But yeah,
regardless, Eden,
Jude.
Sylvia, thank you both for checking.
Yes.
Yeah. I did have a thought that that king me that you were sent, do you think that individual is gloating, is responsible for the destruction of this node and the creation of something?
Or works for the people that
else?
were.
You think it's made to mock?
You don't show a checkmate unless you win. So feels like they won. They feel like they won.
Yeah, but that's the funny part. They didn't. Normally, people who do that sort of thing go for
Jude,
chess
are you
'cause it's-
texting with the technocracy?
I
doesn't-
really fucking hope not. But it's well put together, but doesn't feel especially professional.
Right.
They have. I can't believe I'm saying this. The technocracy has standards.
That's Jack's take on it. So it just doesn't feel. It feels too gamey for even a young or like an inexperienced agent.
Because another part, and yes, I know it's filthy rich coming from a guy who calls himself pendejo, but the email that I got from all this was a bit juvenile.
Right.
Like it's the sort of username style you'd use in like middle and high school to look cool, you know?
Is it? I hate to even ask. Is it another one of you guys?
Honestly, at this point, it almost feels like it is. But again, I'm trying not to assume shit just yet. Really, what I want to do is talk to my fucking Tron hallucination. Except maybe just actually sit the fuck down with her and figure out what the hell's going on. Because especially after now, it feels like she's like the small bubble on the side of the big soap bubble. Like she's aware of things, but not connected to it.
Maybe.
So more than anything, I'd just like to dig up some goddamn information.
Light up another cigarette. Why can't anyone ever be fucking straightforward?
That's why I fix cars.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it means yet. I don't know what everything is coalescing around.
Also, do you think we should be worried that we're eating food at a place that you have just said feels wrong?
Sylvia has not touched her chocolate milkshake.
As Jude still has like maybe a small piece of melted cheese on the corner of his mouth from his chili dog.
Fuck, dude.
That's
I don't
more
know.
milkshake for Jack.
Maybe it's
If he wants to
poisonous or
have it,
filled
he
with-
can fucking have it.
Maybe it's got nanomachines in it or something. Fuck,
I know, right?
don't know, dude. I don't know.
Jude, at that, Jude just mutters, "Nanomachines, son."
Jeez, fucking nerd.
And fucking proud. And everyone's a nerd, just for different things.
Absolutely.
It's true.
We're all playing a game of Mage on stream. We're all nerds here. We're all blessed nerds on this day.
As all of you are kind of finishing up and deciding on what to do next, all of you have Prime 1 at least, so all of you will sense this wave coming from the north part of the town from where you are, which is fucking south. You're at exit 2. Whatever's happening is happening in the city proper.
What the fuck was that?
Is there any sort of intensity to this wave, or is it just like a blip and it's gone?
Out here, there's just kind of the remnants of like a rock hitting the water, and you are
Like
the last
ripples.
kind of ripples. You're the very end of where the ripples would start to disseminate.
We're talking actual quintessence, not
This is
Not
actual
glamour.
quintessence.
Okay.
This is
the good stuff.
well, no, because this is the kind of stuff that either predates or is in the aftershock of an awakening.
Damn.
One moment, please. And Jude's gonna take out his phone and text his girlfriend. Hey, are you at home right now? Question mark. Because he wants to check something.
There's like a minute goes by, and then you see the little bubble comes up. Yeah, what's up?
Nothing much. Do you need me to stop and get anything before I come back?
The text bubble comes up again. No, everything's good here.
All right, then I should be home in 10, 15-ish.
Right? You get
Literally,
another gift
Sylvia just turns to Jack like, we are going to go check that out, right?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Jude will get another gift.
The two questing essences in the fucking same car.
Obviously.
Oh, just wait. The only reason I'm doing it is because the dynamic avatar, it can't wait on the girlfriend being sure that she's up to speed.
But Jude will get a gift from the block number, and it is this what looks to be a pond and a hand kind of throwing out breadcrumbs, and you see a little duck kind of come waddling over and start eating up the crumbs.
Jude's just going to send back, not a GIF, just a still picture of the wolf from the first Neverending Story, just staring directly at the camera.
A mork.
Okay.
There's my
You'll
PTSD.
You'll get a still picture back of Artax in the swamp.
Oh,
fuck, dude.
And oddly enough, because Jude admits that he's sometimes a twisted motherfucker, he'll send a laughing emoji back and then stop texting.
Perfect.
Okay, well, I gotta know what the fuck that was.
Also, warning to you all, and if people need this repeated on a phone call from Jude, he's happy to do that too. But the message is simply, hey, someone from the block number just said, enjoy the breadcrumbs. So this was set up or at least predicted in some way.
Yeah. Jack had already started backing out, but stops and...
All right. You
He
still
said
good,
I know.
Jude? Here you
I'm
go.
buckled. Let's go.
All right. Let's fucking go.
I drive normally out of respect for Sylvia.
She just looks at him and raises an eyebrow.
Yeah.
I can totally talk us out of a ticket. Go.
Oh, I know people who were in accidents and they don't like
No.
people driving
It was a
fast.
drunk driver that did this shit to me. We were driving just fine. Okay.
Oh, so are we talking speeding ticket? And I flip up a little switch and it shows it's a button with the E30 symbol on it, or a ticket.
Yeah.
What
people
you
think
got?
And people think regular nitrous boost is illegal.
Right? All you need now is the big heavy like subwoofer just rattling the shit out of your trunk.
Oh my
Of
god.
course it is.
All right.
That's all that's missing.
All right.
But as you
Here we go.
all drive off in
Full
search
disrespect.
of this, full disrespect. As you drive off in search of this signal, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight, everybody.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for Mage the Ascension, Magic City Memoirs. As we get into more shit that we don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're going to go dive in anyway. Do join us on the Discord. That is where we cast our shows. There is currently an open and ongoing casting call for guests for Call of Cthulhu 7E, London Esoteric Society, that streams on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you are interested in playing some sus-ass Cthulhu shit, make sure you're part of the Discord and apply to that casting call. Also, if you would like to hang out with us in Zoom chats when we're not streaming on Fridays and Saturday evenings, you need to be part of the Discord. If you'd like to check out back episodes of this stream or the multitude of other TTRPG content that we have streamed here on McStabber Studios, do check out our YouTube. You will find over 5 years of World of Darkness and other TTRPG content there for your perusal. Also, London Esoteric Society is where our European GM, Dr. Tiss, posts her content for perpetuity. Do check that out. It has a D&D 5e campaign. It has London Esoteric Society, the Call of Cthulhu game. And it also has a 3-part mini-series of 7th Sea that was done by Tiss. And also a few other games that she has run with us as well. So do check her out and give her a subscribe and some love, okay? If you would like to check out our amazing friends who also stream, Ravnos Archon, what you got going on your channel?
Oh, hi, everybody. I do TTRPG stuff on my channel here on Twitch. I have Mondays are for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Tuesdays are for Scion 1st edition or Werewolf the Wild West. And Thursdays are for 7th Sea or Legend of the Five Rings. And you can catch me here on Wednesdays as I've infiltrated all of the WOD Wednesday splats. And sometimes on Friday, I will play the most handsome Baron in all of Kansas City.
Yeah. And of course, we have a list of links of friends that also stream on their channels, as well as playing and running games with us. Do give those links some love and give them a follow on Twitch and check them out when they stream. Also, if you would like to support this amazing cast of players, you can do so by showing your biddies. That's right. Bits and donations are distributed amongst our players here at McStabber Studios. And if you would like to support the channel itself, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us. Or if you don't want Twitch to take half, like the horrible pimp they are, then you can buy Mama a coffee. Yeah, you can go to our coffee site, our KoFi site, and buy Mama a coffee. But if you can't support financially, we totally understand that. And if you would like to support any way you can, otherwise, you can go to YouTube, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And as you watch content there, like and comment. Don't do one or the other, do both. Like and comment on the content that you're viewing. That will boost our content higher in the search algorithm there. And it only takes a few moments of your time and costs you nothing. We appreciate those that do that. We also appreciate the viewers who tune in live on Twitch. That helps us too. So thank you. And of course, we have merch available if you are interested in getting some McStabber Studios merch. That Zazzle link is in chat, hopefully in just a moment. Oh, it is. It's already. I missed it. So yeah, I'm just doing shit out of order. It's fine. So we do have a variety of items there available if you would like to purchase any, and do make sure you are signed in to an account and that you have set your settings so that you can see adult content, because we do have a few items with swear words on it that you need to have that setting enabled in order to see. Yeah. Like Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. And Cat's to-do list that has kick ass, take names, be a dragon, all those checked. Dracula, not checked yet. Yeah. So yeah, that's on a cup and a t-shirt. But so if you want to see them, you got to be signed in and have your settings right. And of course, coming up over the next week, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are back with Kansas City, A Domain Divided. V5 Chronicles set in modern nights in Kansas City. The Sabbat War is done. It is done. Now we have the Second Inquisition. Yeah. That's going to be bigger than just a coterie. That's why we ended last season already starting to work on our networking. Trying to get other splats involved. So yeah, that's the big thing for this season. Don't want to miss the start of it. And then on Saturday, is Urani here to tell us, are we streaming Call of Cthulhu this weekend? No game this weekend. Okay, thank you, Urani, not your Audi. I appreciate you. Okay, so as there's no Call of Cthulhu game this weekend on Saturday, tune in at 8 p.m. on Saturday For Vampire the Masquerade V5, Hidden City, Chicago Games set in 2010. Myself and Maddox and Antera here are in that, with Junie Von Esch's Storyteller. Do join us. And lastly, we'll be back here Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the next session of Magic City Memoirs. See you then. Last thing I'm going to lead out with is take care of yourselves, y'all. Eden here had an expression of her PTSD tonight. She allowed Sylvia to help her. That's important when you're in crisis, y'all. Allow people that want to help you to help you. Reach out if you need to, but allow those that reach out to you to actually help. You don't have to go through it alone. And if you are in crisis and don't have someone that you can rely on for support when you need it, I want you right now to reach out to a crisis support hotline. In chat, there's a group of them that we share that cover a variety of crisis incidences that they can help you with. You can call or text them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, if you are not in Twitch chat, if you are outside of the US or those organizations do not suit your needs, I want you to go to findahelpline.com. Real easy website, findahelpline.com. Go there, look up your location, see what resources are available for you. Those organizations are staffed by people that want to help you. Allow them to help you. Okay? We need you around a long time. You don't have to go through it alone. And also, take care of your physical well-being. Get your damn shots. Because it's ridiculous that we have outbreaks that are costing lives for vaccine-preventable illness. Please get your goddamn shots. Get your kids their shots. Yeah, do that shit, okay? As a parent, it's your responsibility to protect your children. Fucking do it. And also, make sure you take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. And lastly, if you contributed to the current administration, the regime, and more people didn't vote than voted for him. Yeah. So if you abstained, if you voted third party, because there was enough third party votes that had they voted Democrat, we would have had a different president. Yeah. So if you voted third party, or you actually voted for the tyrant in chief, fuck off. Burn in hell. I've got nothing for you. For the rest of us, fight, cause good trouble, fucking protest if you're willing to do so. Just be safe about it. Seriously. But we got to get through this together. You know, contribute to mutual aid as you can, because it's important. Support each other. Because we got to get through this, because fascism always fails. It always fails. It's just a rough ride to get to the other side of it. And we got to do it together. Said with all sincerity, y'all have a good night.